Green Lantern isn't a name, it's a job, like a cop. And just like there are lots of cops, there are a whole lot of Green Lanterns, especially ones from Earth. But with so many humans wearing the ring, the big question is, who's actually the best? Today, I'm ranking them all. Just like my Captain America ranking, I will be basing this on two criteria. Number one, how powerful they are, and number two, how well they execute their job as a Green Lantern. Now, to be honest with you guys, only half of the human lanterns really matter, and the order of the rest is kind of interchangeable. They're cool, but sometimes it seems like they're just afterthoughts to the writers. So instead, I'll just name them as well as something special about them and let you guys decide in the comments what the exact order should be. The bottom four are Kelly Quintella, first appearing in Young Justice Volume 3, Issue 1. She built a gauntlet to simulate Green Lantern's rings. Simon Baz, first appearing in the New 52 Free Comic Book Day Special Edition Issue 1, who carries a gun around in case his ring runs out of power. Jessica Cruz, who first appeared in Justice League Volume 2 Issue 30, was originally possessed by the Ring of Voltune, but with help she was able to overpower it and receive her own ring afterwards. And Joe Mullane, introduced in Green Lantern's Far Sector, is basically space Sherlock Holmes. With that out of the way, let's move on to the top four where things get really serious and pretty interesting. In fourth, I put Guy Gardner and his goofier haircut. Guy was first introduced in Green Lantern Volume 2 Issue 59. Originally he was a gym teacher that was equally worthy of a lantern ring as Hal Jordan, but didn't receive it simply because he was further away. Hence he became the backup in case anything should happen to Hal. Guy is a jerk with a heart of gold. His will is a lot stronger than most of the lanterns and his constructs can be super strong, even when they're just a massive middle finger. However, as far as intergalactic peacekeeping goes, he ranks lower because of his anger, which led him to temporarily join the Red Lanterns, which is not great on his resume. Moving to third, we have my GOAT, John Stewart, first appearing in Green Lantern Volume 2 Issue 87. John was originally an architect and marine that the Guardians of the Universe chose as another backup lantern for Hal. I actually struggled a bit with third and fourth place because in terms of power and relentlessness in a fight, I think a case could be made for Guy to be third, but in terms of doing his job as galactic law enforcement, I think John, especially with his army background, just knows how to execute it better. He has more of the skills, strategy, and creative thinking thanks to also being an architect. Plus, he was one of my favorite characters in the original Justice League cartoon, so this might be some nostalgia bias. Before I give number 1 and 2, I also just want to give an honorable mention to Alan Scott, who I purposely excluded because I'm only talking about Lantern Corps members. Also a shout out to a non-human Green Lantern called the subscribe button. I've got loads of more awesome content I'm planning that I'm sure you'll love, so make sure to hit that button to stay updated. For those familiar with Lantern's lore, you'll know there are only two choices for first and second place: Hal Jordan or Kyle Rayner. Hal, the OG introduced in Showcase Issue 22, was the first human on Earth to receive a ring and is by far the most popular Green Lantern with the most adaptations, both good ones and bad ones. When it comes to power, he single-handedly wiped out the rest of the Corps and had the willpower to recreate an entire city. Then there's Kyle, introduced in Green Lantern Volume 3 Issue 48, the last person to receive a ring following Hal's rampage. Kyle's most impressive feat is having mastered all of the emotions, their rings, and their powers, becoming a White Lantern. Knowing that both are super powerful, I think it comes down to who's a better peacekeeper. Both of them have helped save the multiverse, however, Hal's situation of going evil in Emerald Twilight tips things heavily in Kyle's favor. Both Hal and Kyle experienced horrible tragedies, but only one of them went evil, or became possessed because of retcons. So for that, I think we're gonna have to put Kyle in first place. But those are just my thoughts. Totally let me know in the comments what your ranking is, as well as remembering to like, share and subscribe so you and others see more great content like this. I'll see y'all in the next one.